Let's get one thing straight. He didn't cheat on you because you weren't good enough. He cheated on you because you let him. You've been a fool, and it's time you wake up. I know that hits hard, but it's the truth, and you need to hear it. You've been giving him your heart, your soul, your time, all the while he was using you like a backup plan, waiting for the next shiny thing to come along. And what did you think would happen? Did you think your love was so special that it would make him immune to temptation? Look at the reality. You were never his priority. You were just a convenience when he needed you, a filler between his distractions, until something or someone better came along. You've been sold a lie, my love. Society told you that love should hurt, that you should put up with the disrespect and the betrayal. They taught you that being patient, giving him chance after chance, was the right thing to do. But let's face it, that's not love. That's self-destruction. Love doesn't feel like begging for attention. It doesn't feel like questioning your worth, wondering if you're enough, if you're too much, or if you're ever going to get what you deserve. Love should build you up, not tear you down. But here you are, still sitting there waiting for an apology, hoping he'll change. Let me tell you something right now. This is not how it ends. Not for you. So let's make one thing clear. You've been in this toxic cycle long enough, and it's time to stop being the fool who hopes for something that will never come. You've been holding on to a man who couldn't even hold on to you. You've let him take your peace, your self-respect, and your joy, all while he's been out there living his life with no regard for your pain. But today, it stops. Right now, you make a decision. Press that like button like you're slamming the door on the past, and subscribe like you're locking it behind you forever. Not for me, not for anyone else, for you, because today you are taking back control. Welcome back to the channel, my love. And no, you didn't find this by accident. You're here because your soul is tired. Tired of pretending everything is okay. Tired of putting up with the lies. Tired of waiting for him to realize what he lost. You are here because you're ready to wake up and take back what's rightfully yours, your power, your peace, and your self-worth. And if you're still wondering if you're being too harsh on him, ask yourself this: would he ever sit around waiting for you to apologize? No. So stop waiting for him to realize your worth, because guess what? He never will. Let me tell you a story. I once worked with a woman named Betrayal. She was a brilliant, loving woman who gave her all to a man who couldn't even bother to say thank you. She cooked for him, paid his rent, took care of his sick mother, and every time she gave, he took. And when she found out he was cheating, when she caught him red-handed, do you know what he said? "You'll always come back. You never leave." And for a moment, she almost believed him. She almost fell back into that toxic trap. But instead of crawling back to him, she chose herself. She vanished, quietly. She blocked him, deleted him, and disappeared from his life completely. And guess what? That man, he crumbled. Not because he missed her love, but because he realized he lost someone who refused to be treated like a fool anymore. That silence was her revenge, and it was the loudest thing she could have ever done. Let me hit you with some hard truth here. You've been giving him more chances than he ever deserved, and deep down, you know it. You've let him disrespect you time and time again, and still you hope for something different. But I'm here to tell you, stop. Stop the cycle. Stop waiting for him to change, because he won't. He never will. Men like him don't change. They just look for the next woman to control, to manipulate, to use. You've been stuck in his game, thinking that your love could fix him. But here's the truth. Love doesn't fix people who don't care about fixing themselves. So today, let me ask you, Are you ready to walk away for good? Are you ready to stop pretending that he's going to suddenly wake up and treat you the way you deserve? If so, then say it out loud right now. I stop waiting. Type it in the comments. Let him hear it. Let the universe hear it. Let you hear it. Because in the next section, we're diving deeper into why men like him never change, and why you deserve so much more than his lies. Don't blink. Stay with me. Number 1, the truth about his betrayal. He doesn't give a damn about you. Let me make this crystal clear. He didn't cheat on you because he was confused. He didn't cheat because things were hard. He cheated because he's a coward, and you let him. You gave him more than he ever deserved, and here you are, still making excuses for him. Stop it. Just stop. You need to wake up. He doesn't care about you, and he never did. He used you like a tool, a stepping stone. And you just kept letting him. I know you're sitting there telling yourself 1,000 reasons why he did it. Maybe he's just going through a tough time, or he didn't mean it, or I wasn't enough. But let me tell you something. None of that is true. You weren't the problem. The problem is that you've been lied to. You've been fed this toxic idea that love means suffering, that love means always giving, always forgiving, always hoping the other person will change. Well, I'm here to tell you that's bullshit. Love is not a battle. Love is not supposed to feel like a war zone where you're always on the defense, trying to prove your worth. If he truly loved you, he wouldn't have cheated. Period. Stop making excuses for him. He didn't cheat because he was confused. He didn't cheat because he was in a rough patch. He cheated because he's a selfish, disrespectful man who knew you would always take him back. You weren't his partner. You were his emotional crutch, his backup plan. You were there when things got tough, there to soothe his ego and fill the holes he couldn't fix himself. But when it came time to give you what you deserved, he gave you nothing. Absolutely nothing. He used you. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You were a tool to him. You were his emotional punching bag, the one he could lean on whenever he felt weak. He took, and when you were drained dry, he ran off to find someone else to take from. And you know what you did? You took him back, over and over, like clockwork, because deep down, you were taught that love means sacrifice. You were taught to endure pain. You were taught to believe that loyalty is blind and unconditional. But let me break it to you, the reality is much harsher than that. You were never loved. You were used. You weren't his girlfriend. You weren't his soulmate. You were a convenience, a placeholder until something better came along. And even then, he never fully appreciated you. Your love, your loyalty, your time, your energy, they meant nothing to him. They were just things he could take from you without ever giving anything back. He didn't care about your feelings, your heart, your trust. He didn't love you. He loved what you could give him. He loved the fact that you were always there, always ready to forgive, always ready to make excuses for him. Let me be blunt. He doesn't care, not like you think he does, and he never will. The truth is, you were always the second choice. He took advantage of your kindness because he knew you'd always forgive him. He knew you'd always come back, no matter how many times he hurt you. But now he's sitting there, probably thinking about the next woman he's going to manipulate. He's moved on, and you're still here, trying to piece yourself back together, hoping for an apology that will never come. It's time for you to stop looking for validation from a man who doesn't respect you. It's time to stop waiting for him to recognize your worth, because the truth is, he never will. You think he'll realize his mistake? You think he'll come crawling back, begging for your forgiveness? Wake up. He's not even thinking about you the way you're thinking about him. He's moved on. He's not the one who's broken. You are. And that's the hardest pill to swallow, isn't it? But I'm not here to make you feel better about the situation. I'm here to make you face the truth. And the truth is, he doesn't give a damn about you. And you need to stop giving a damn about him. I know this hurts. I know it feels like your world is falling apart. But this is the pain of awakening. This is the pain of realizing that you've been playing the wrong game with the wrong person. This is the pain of breaking free from the lies that society has fed you about love. Society tells you that love means sacrifice, that you should stick it out, that you should be the bigger person. Society tells you that the woman who leaves is weak, that the woman who walks away is somehow less worthy. But I'm here to tell you that the woman who leaves is the strongest. The woman who walks away is the one who chooses herself. I know you've been hurt. I know it feels like you'll never recover from this. But you will. The pain is temporary, but the lesson, that's forever. The lesson is that you deserve better than a man who cheats. You deserve better than a man who takes and never gives back. You deserve love that's real, love that's kind, love that respects you and values you. And that kind of love, it starts with you. This is your turning point. The moment you decide to stop tolerating disrespect, the moment you decide to stop being the emotional crutch for someone who never cared about you in the first place, that's when you start rising. It's going to hurt. It's going to be messy. But you're not here to stay broken. You're here to heal. You're here to reclaim your power. You are here to become the woman who never settles for less than she deserves. And that woman, she doesn't need to beg for closure. She doesn't need an apology. She doesn't need him. She needs herself. Let that sink in for a moment. I want you to say this out loud right now. I deserve better. Type it in the comments. Let him see it. Let the universe feel it. But most importantly, let you believe it. Because in the next section, we're going to dive into the lies society has fed us about love, and why the real strength lies in walking away, not sticking around. Stay with me, because what comes next will make you realize just how much power you really have. Number 2, you were never the problem. He was always the issue. Stop blaming yourself. I know you've been sitting there wondering what you did wrong, questioning every little thing. You've probably spent sleepless nights asking, what could I have done differently? Or, why wasn't I enough? Let me make this clear, once and for all. You did nothing wrong. Nothing. You are not the problem. He is. He's the one who's broken, not you. He's the one who couldn't respect what you gave him. He's the one who chose to betray you. You didn't push him to cheat. You didn't force him to disrespect you. He made that choice all on his own. And yet, somehow, he still managed to make you feel like you were the problem. He manipulated you into thinking that you weren't enough, that you were the reason everything fell apart. But here's the truth he'll never admit. He's a coward. He's weak. He was never strong enough to own up to his actions, so instead, he pointed the finger at you, blaming you for his mess. And now you're stuck here, questioning your worth. But this is where the lies end. Let's break this down. You didn't drive him away. You didn't make him cheat. He made a choice. He made a conscious decision to lie, to cheat, to disrespect everything you had built together. And when he did it, he knew exactly what he was doing. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a one-time mistake. It was a deliberate betrayal, and he didn't think twice about it. And do you know what he did next? He came back to you, like nothing ever happened, like you were just some doormat he could walk all over, come back when it was convenient, and expect you to take him back with open arms. Why? Because he knew you'd do it. He knew you'd forgive him. He knew you'd let him back in. And you know what that tells you? It tells you that he never truly valued you. He never respected you. He saw you as someone who was easy to manipulate, someone who would always be there for him when he decided to crawl back. But you were never the problem. He was always the issue. I want you to hear me loud and clear. Stop believing the lies. He's the one who failed you, not the other way around. And you need to stop carrying the weight of his mistakes on your shoulders. You didn't deserve this. You don't deserve to feel small. You don't deserve to feel like you were never enough. That's a lie, and it's time to let it go. Let me share a story with you. I worked with a woman named Kelly. She was kind, loving, and did everything she could for her boyfriend. She cooked for him, supported him, made sacrifices for him, and what did she get in return? She caught him texting another woman behind her back. Do you think Kelly did anything wrong? No. She gave him everything. She trusted him. She loved him with her whole heart. But he chose to betray her anyway. He chose to break her trust. He chose to lie. And when she confronted him, do you know what he said? He told her it wasn't a big deal. He tried to make her feel like she was overreacting, like she was being too emotional. He gaslit her, made her question her own feelings, and tried to make her believe that somehow she was the one at fault. But here's the truth. Kelly didn't do a damn thing wrong. She loved him. She was loyal. And he still chose to disrespect her. It's time for you to stop making excuses for him. Don't let him gaslight you into thinking that you're the problem. He's the one who cheated. He's the one who lied. He's the one who threw your heart aside like it didn't matter. And now you're sitting there, blaming yourself, wondering where you went wrong. Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not too much. You're not too demanding. You're not too sensitive. You're just too damn good for someone who doesn't appreciate you. And it's about time you start realizing that. This isn't your fault. You didn't cause this. He made the decision to cheat, and he's the one who has to live with the consequences. You don't owe him an apology. You don't owe him anything. He's the one who owes you. He owes you honesty, respect, and loyalty. But instead, he gave you lies, pain, and betrayal. And now you have to let go of the guilt. You have to let go of the idea that somehow you failed him. You didn't. He failed you. And now it's time for you to take your power back. So here's the hard truth. Stop accepting blame for things that aren't yours to carry. Stop letting him control your emotions. Stop letting him make you feel like you're the one who screwed this up. Because you didn't. And you need to start believing that. You're not the problem. He is. And you deserve better than this. Let's take a moment right now. I want you to say this out loud. I am not the problem. Now, type it in the comments. Let him see it. Let the universe hear it. But most importantly, let you believe it. Because in the next section, we're going to dig deeper into the lies society has fed us about love and why we've been taught to settle for far less than we deserve. You've been taught to accept less, but you're worth so much more than the scraps he's been feeding you. Stay with me. What's coming next will change everything. Number 3, he played you, and he's still playing you. He played you like a fiddle, didn't he? You were the fool dancing to his tune, thinking he was the one who was lucky to have you. Meanwhile, he was just sitting back, watching you pour everything into him, knowing you'd beg for him to come back every single time. And you did, didn't you? You kept coming back. You kept falling for the same tricks, the same lies, the same empty promises. He's still out there, playing the same game. And you're sitting there still wondering what went wrong, still hoping he'll realize what he lost. Let me tell you this. It wasn't love, and it was never going to be. You were always his backup, his safety net. He knew that no matter how badly he treated you, you would always take him back. Why? Because you kept giving him the power to hurt you. You let him take pieces of you every time. You forgave him every time. And each time you did, you made him more confident that he could get away with it. You were always available for him to crawl back to, no matter how many times he walked away. He knew you would never walk away first. He had you locked down, and you didn't even see it. You thought you were in control, but the truth is, he's been pulling the strings all along. And now, you're sitting there, asking why he left you. I'll tell you why. Because he never saw you as a priority. You were his fallback, the easy option, the one who would always be there when no one else was around. Think about it. You weren't the main course to him. You were the side dish, the thing he could come back to when nothing else was working. He always knew you'd be there, always willing to forgive, always ready to accept his excuses. And now? Now he's out there treating other women the same way he treated you. He's probably saying all the same things, making them feel special, only to discard them once they've served their purpose. It's all just a game to him. And you? You've been playing right along, giving him exactly what he wanted. Let's face the brutal reality. This wasn't love. This wasn't some grand, deep connection. This was control. He's been controlling your emotions, your choices, your life. Every time you took him back, you gave him a little more power over you. And now, he's the one sitting pretty while you're left here wondering what you did wrong. It wasn't you. It was never you. It was him, playing you like a pawn in his sick game of manipulation. You've been the puppet, and now it's time to cut the strings. You've given him the power to control you for far too long. But this is where it stops. This is where you stop being the fool in his game. You deserve better than being someone's backup plan. You deserve better than being treated like a side dish when you're the damn main course. And the hardest part, realizing it's all been a game. But the best part, now that you know, you get to change the rules. You don't have to keep playing by his script anymore. Stop begging for a man who never gave you the respect you deserve. Stop playing along. You're not his option anymore. You're not his convenience. You're a woman with power, and you're done being played. It's time to cut the strings. Say it out loud right now. I am not his backup. Type it in the comments. Let him feel it. Let the universe hear it. But most importantly, let you believe it. You don't need him to realize what he lost. You need to realize what you deserve, and that's so much more than the scraps he's been giving you. Now stay with me, because the next part will make you realize just how deep the manipulation goes and how you can finally stop it. Number 4, stop waiting for him to change. He will never change for you. Let's get this straight once and for all. He's never going to change for you. He's had more than enough chances. You've forgiven him over and over, thinking that maybe this time he'd get it. Maybe this time he'd finally realize the damage he's done. But let me tell you the hard truth. He doesn't care. He's not going to wake up one day and have some magical realization that he's messed up. No, he's going to keep doing what he's been doing. Lying, cheating, manipulating, and moving on to the next victim who thinks she can fix him. He's broken, and nothing you do is going to change that. If you think he's going to suddenly change his ways because you're so great, so understanding, or so patient, think again. Men like him don't change. They don't wake up one day with a new sense of self-awareness and regret. No. Men like him only see the world in terms of their needs, their wants, their ego. You think he'll finally get it? Nope. He's just going to manipulate you into believing it's your fault, lie to you to get back in your life, and keep doing the same thing over and over. He knows you'll forgive him. He knows he can get away with it. And why? Because you've been the one training him to believe that he can. Look at Vanessa. She's a perfect example of what happens when you wait for someone to change. Every time he cheated, she forgave him. Every time he lied, she let him back in. She kept thinking that eventually he would see what he had in her, that he would change and treat her the way she deserved. But guess what? He didn't change, not once. He just kept doing it, over and over. She's still sitting there, waiting for him to wake up and realize what he lost. And he's still cheating. He hasn't changed. He's not going to. And you need to stop waiting for a miracle, because the only thing you're getting by waiting is more pain, more heartbreak, and more of your precious time wasted on someone who will never give you what you need. Here's the truth. You can't fix him. You can't save him. He's a broken man who has no interest in fixing himself. He's playing you, and you've been letting him. And I know you don't want to hear this, but the only way he'll change is if he hits rock bottom, if you walk away for good. You've given him chance after chance, and he's shown you time and time again that he doesn't care about you or your love. If he cared, he wouldn't have cheated in the first place. He wouldn't have lied. He wouldn't have disrespected you. He would have valued you. But instead, he's taken your love, your forgiveness, your trust, and he's thrown it all away over and over again. So why are you still waiting? Why are you still holding on to the hope that one day he'll get it? It's not going to happen. It's time to stop waiting for him to change. It's time to stop believing that somehow, some way, he'll wake up and treat you the way you deserve. You're not his savior. You're not his therapist. You're not his emotional crutch. You are a woman who deserves respect, loyalty, and love, not a broken man's empty promises. If you keep waiting, you're going to end up right where Vanessa is, heartbroken, stuck, and still chasing a man who will never change. You deserve so much more than this. You deserve someone who values you from the start, not someone who has to be fixed. Here's your wake-up call. Stop waiting for a miracle. You've already given him all the chances he deserves. He's shown you who he is. He's shown you that he's a coward, a liar, and a cheat. You need to stop waiting for him to suddenly turn into the man you want him to be and start looking at the man he truly is. Now, I want you to say it out loud. I am not waiting anymore. Type it in the comments. Let him feel it. Let the universe feel it. But most importantly, let you believe it. Stop waiting. Stop hoping. Start living for you. Because in the next section, we're going to dive into how to start putting yourself first and taking back the power you've been giving away. Stay with me. What's coming next will show you how to finally break free for good. Number 5. You need to stop being a doormat. Get some damn boundaries. You've let him treat you like garbage for far too long. Why are you still begging for scraps from a man who doesn't even know how to treat you right? Seriously. Do you realize how much you've lowered your standards just to keep him around? He's made you feel like you're the one who has to keep giving, keep forgiving, keep bending over backward just to get the bare minimum in return. Enough is enough. You are not a doormat, and it's about time you stop acting like one. Let's face the hard truth. You've been disrespected. You've been overlooked. You've been treated like an option, not a priority. And you've allowed it, not because you deserved it, but because you kept hoping, kept believing that somehow, if you just loved him enough, if you just gave him enough chances, he'd change. But here's the wake-up call. He won't change. Not for you. He's already shown you who he is, and yet you keep letting him walk all over you. That stops now. right now. You need to get your damn boundaries straight. You're not a convenience. You're not someone to be taken for granted. You are a woman of worth, a woman who deserves respect and honesty, not someone who should be begging for love that should come naturally. Every time you forgive him, every time you let him back in, you're telling him that you'll accept whatever scraps he's willing to throw your way. You need to stop doing that. No more second chances. No more bending over backwards for someone who hasn't earned it. If he truly loved you, he wouldn't have made you feel like you weren't enough in the first place. Let me put it to you this way. You've been the door he walks through without a second thought. He knows he can come and go as he pleases. He knows you'll always be there waiting. But it's time to lock that door. You need to make sure that when he knocks, you don't answer. You're not a backup plan. You're not someone he can just treat however he wants and expect to still be there when it's convenient for him. It's time to close that door, throw away the key, and never look back. Now, here's what you need to do. You need to walk away. You need to make him feel what it's like to lose someone who gave everything, someone who showed him nothing but love and loyalty. You need to make him realize that you're not someone to be taken for granted anymore. You need to show him that your worth isn't something he can just play with and throw away whenever he feels like it. You've given him chance after chance, and he's proven time and time again that he doesn't respect you. That stops now. Don't let him have any more access to your life, your energy, your heart. The only way he'll realize what he's lost is by seeing you walk away, and this time, when you walk away, make it permanent. Say it right now. I am not his doormat. Type it in the comments. Let him feel it. Let the universe hear it. But most importantly, let you believe it. You are worth so much more than what he's given you, and it's time for you to start acting like it. Stop waiting for him to change. Stop hoping that he'll suddenly see your worth. The moment you realize your own worth is the moment everything starts to change. In the next section, we're going to dive into how you can start reclaiming your power and rebuilding your life. Stay with me. What's coming next is your blueprint for freedom. Number 6. Teach him a lesson. He will never forget. Let him see you walk away. You want revenge. You want him to regret losing you. Then stop giving him attention. Stop calling. Stop texting. Stop chasing. Disappear quietly, without warning. Make him realize what he's lost, but do it without a single word. Don't feed into his ego anymore. Your silence will eat him alive, because silence is power. Your absence will speak volumes, louder than any confrontation, louder than any goodbye. Think about Sophia. She stopped chasing. She blocked him, went silent, and disappeared. It took months, but when he finally realized what he lost, it was too late. She was gone. And now, he's the one crawling back, desperate, regretting everything. But guess what? She's still gone. And that's the power of silence. You don't need closure. You don't need him to apologize. You need peace, and you need it without him. The real lesson you're teaching him? That you can walk away and never look back. You've given him enough chances. He doesn't deserve another one. So right now, say it. I walk away in silence. Type it in the comments. Let him feel it. Let the universe hear it. Let you believe it. Number 7. He will panic, but you will rise. He thought you'd always be there, didn't he? But when you go silent, when you walk away without a single word, he will panic. He will come crawling back, begging, promising change. But don't fall for it. This is his game, and he's counting on you to play it. When you stop reacting, When you stop begging, you take the power back. Men like him aren't scared of losing you. They're scared of losing their control over you. And when you stop giving them the power to manipulate your emotions, they don't know what to do. Look at how James panicked when his girlfriend stopped responding to his calls. He tried everything, flowers, texts, calls, but she stayed silent. And you know what? It drove him crazy. He was used to her responding, used to her being available. But now she was gone. And that silence, it terrified him. Let him panic. Let him see what it's like when you no longer play his game. You're not his emotional backup. You're a woman who deserves more than empty promises and endless waiting. Say it right now. I refuse to play his game. Type it in the comments. Let him feel it. Let the universe hear it. Let you believe it. Number 8. He will never forget the woman who walked away, and neither will you. He will never forget the woman who walked away, not because you were perfect, but because you were strong enough to leave him behind. You were strong enough to stop playing his game and start living for yourself. You weren't afraid to walk away, even when it hurt. You chose yourself, and that's something he'll never forget. You were his comfort zone, his fallback, his easy option. But now you're his nightmare. You're the one he can't control anymore, the one who walked away with her head held high. He'll always remember the woman who finally decided she was worth more than his lies and excuses. And guess what? He'll never find another woman like you. And you won. You rose above it all. You broke free from the toxic cycle. You're better than he ever deserved, and now you're untouchable. You're no longer a part of his game, and that's the greatest victory you could ever achieve. Say it now. I walk away. I am done, and I am free. Type it in the comments. Let him feel it. Let the universe feel it. But most importantly, let you believe it. You've reclaimed your power, and it's only just beginning. As we wrap this up, remember this. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness. It's a declaration of strength. You are not meant to be someone's fallback, someone's second choice, or their emotional crutch. You are worthy of love, respect, and loyalty. And by choosing yourself, you take back the power they thought they could control. You've learned the truth today. He won't change, he won't apologize, and you are better off without him. You've cut the strings, set the boundaries, and you've risen above it all. Now, it's time for you to step into your freedom. So, let him feel your absence. Let him feel the weight of your silence, and let your life move forward without him. If you found value in this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share with anyone who needs to hear this truth. You deserve peace, and it starts with you. Stay strong.